When Emily packed her car and left her old life behind, she wasn't running from anyone in particular, just from years of feeling trapped in a city that never felt like hers. She wanted a clean slate, a fresh start, a town where nobody knew her name. Driving through winding country roads, she stumbled upon a quiet little place called Ravenswood. The streets were calm, the houses old but well kept, and there was a strange stillness in the air that both unsettled and comforted her. It was exactly the kind of town she imagined starting over in. She rented a small apartment above a bakery, unpacked her bags, and decided to explore the town on foot. That was when she saw it, pinned to the notice board outside a convenience store, a missing person poster. Her face stared back at her. The photo was recent, one she didn't even remember being taken. Underneath, in bold letters, it read, "Missing. Have you seen this woman? Last spotted in Ravenswood." Emily froze. Her throat went dry as she reached out to touch the paper, half expecting it to disappear. The date on the poster was only 3 days old. She had arrived just this morning. A woman walking out of the store noticed her staring and tilted her head. "You look a lot like her," she said casually, before walking away. Emily's chest tightened. Was this some kind of mistake? A cruel prank? She ripped the poster down and stuffed it into her bag, heart hammering as she rushed back to her apartment. But when she stepped inside, she stopped cold. Another copy of the poster lay on her kitchen counter. Panic swallowed her. She searched the apartment, closets, under the bed, behind the bathroom door. Nothing. No sign of anyone having been there. She locked the doors and sat on the couch, staring at the poster in her hands. The photo looked like it had been taken yesterday. She was wearing the same jacket she had on when she left her old city. How could that be? Her phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. "You shouldn't be here." She dropped the phone, her pulse thundering in her ears. That night, she barely slept. Every creak of the old apartment felt like footsteps. Just before dawn, she heard soft scratching at her door. Gathering her courage, she peeked through the peephole. Nothing. But when she opened the door, a stack of missing person posters spilled inside. Dozens of them, all with her face, her name, her description. She ran to the landlord's apartment below, pounding on the door until it creaked open. The landlord, an elderly man with tired eyes, looked at her as if he'd seen a ghost. "You shouldn't have come," he muttered. "This town doesn't let go." Emily demanded answers, but he only shook his head and closed the door. Desperate, she decided to leave Ravenswood immediately. She stuffed her belongings back into her car and sped toward the highway, but every road she took seemed to curve back into town. Street signs pointed in circles. Hours passed, and the gas tank drained, but she always ended up back on the same street, staring at the same notice board covered with her posters. By nightfall, exhausted and terrified, she collapsed in her car. When she woke, a police officer was tapping on the window. Relieved, she rolled it down and explained everything: the posters, the landlord, the town that wouldn't let her leave. The officer listened silently, then held something up. It was a missing person poster. "Funny thing," he said softly. "You went missing here 10 years ago. No one ever found you." Emily's voice cracked. "That's not possible. I just got here. I'm alive. I'm right here." The officer's face darkened, his eyes hollow. He leaned closer and whispered, "Not anymore." Her scream echoed through the empty streets as the posters fluttered loose from the notice board, covering the ground like a carpet of faces, all hers. And from that night on, anyone who passed through Ravenswood would see her poster first, warning them about the woman who was still missing. If this story sent chills down your spine, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more terrifying horror stories. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next nightmare.